Indeed, the true story of Christmas, without the filters of Hollywood, is a fascinating, very fascinating story of love. The story, the event of Christmas, the true event of Christmas is love beyond imagination. It is love that the human intellect, the intellectual abilities of the human beings cannot understand. It is an event of love that all the human abilities cannot produce, reproduce, or match. Today, or today's hymn, the main hymn of today's service, summarizes this occurrence, this pouring of love. The hymn says, "Come, let us rejoice in the Lord as we tell about this mystery of love." The middle wall of separation, meaning the enmity, the animosity that separates us from God, man from God, this middle wall has been broken down. The fiery sword, referring to the story in paradise when man was expelled. God put a fiery sword held by the angel to prevent the return of mankind into paradise. The fiery sword has turned back. The cherubim, the highest rank of the angels, permits access to the tree of life. The tree of life is the forbidden tree. They are permitting access to the tree of life. This is a reference to the angels that appeared to the shepherds and told them where the baby Jesus was, so they can go and venerate him. And I, referring to all of us, partake of the delight of paradise. The delight of paradise, which we partake in, is the Holy Communion, from which I was cast out. From the paradise I was cast out because of the disobedience. This is a reference to the willful, premeditated disobedience by Adam and Eve to disobey God. For the exact image of the Father, the hymn continues, the exact image of the Father, the express image of his eternity, referring to Jesus Christ, who is the eternal Word of God, takes the form of a servant. The exact image of God takes a form of a servant, becomes a human being, coming forth from a virgin mother, in reference to Virgin Mary, from whom Christ was born, which was foretold by the prophecy of Isaiah about 700 years prior. The hymn continues, and he undergoes no change. He remained what he was, through God. This incarnation, when God became man, in his divinity, there was no change. It was God, it continued to become God after he became man. And he took up what he was not. It was God that became man. It wasn't man that became God. So he took up what he was not, becoming human. In his love for humanity. This is the reason of the incarnation. God became man out of love, which human mind cannot understand or fathom. Let us cry out to him. This is our invitation to respond to this love. You, Jesus Christ, the eternal Word of God, you who were born of a virgin, O God, not just Son of God. Sometimes the term Son of God is used to downplay the full divinity of Jesus Christ. So, we are invited to call out to him, to God, and say, have mercy on us, the most ever important petition, the most important request any of us, the humans, can make is asking God to have mercy upon us. The event of Christmas provokes a question. Do we have a place in our hearts to receive this love that is beyond measure? Or is there a place, or is there no place in our hearts for this divine love? Love, as was the case in Bethlehem. Bethlehem had no place for that love when love came to us. It says, Mary laid him in a manger because there was no place for them in the inn. So, no place for them in the inn is the prophecy about the people who have no place in their heart for this love, to give a resting place for the love to be born, Jesus Christ. Merry Christmas.